Hi, hello, what's up guys? I'm Jex-the-NoteBook-Guy, and today we are going to be looking at Hyper Mech. If I can spell it fast. I am terrible. What is Hyper Mech? Well, Hyper Mech is a game idea that I want to work on. And one that I want to make first. The first version has to be on Pico 8. Now, what is Pico 8? Well, Pico 8 is a software thing. They call it a fantasy fantasy console. I don't know. But pretty much the reason why I want to use Pico 8 is because you're limited. You're limited to the amount of code you can put in it, you're limited to what controls you can use, and so let's focus on that part. The controls you can use is just your arrow keys and 2 action buttons, and I think it's Z and X. Okay? Knowing that, there isn't much you can do, right? So I wanted to try to create a concept thinking about those controls in mind. And so I came up with the idea of a sort of tanky cannon thingamabobber where left controls it moving or rotating left, right controls it moving right, down makes it flip to the opposite side, so no matter what button, you're able to rotate to the direction you need to be. And then forward would just shoot, I guess. And then I decided that I wanted a hover. And let's scratch that because that's not the part I'm focusing on now. I decided that it's going to be a move toggle. There's still a hover, that's going to be this button. But now there's a move toggle. The move toggle lets you toggle between moving and aiming. So now your arrow keys become moving you around. However, when you're moving around, you can't turn. You have to press the toggle button to start turning again. And it was supposed to be a real-time game, but then I decided I wanted to be turn-based because I want to see what can you do with turn-based. Okay? So with that in mind, let's give a scenario of an enemy that I have designed-ish. It is supposed to be a robot, so just make it a square, because why not, with spikes on it, and wheels. Now you'd be like, why the wheels? Well, I wanted to add the wheels, because I thought it'd be funny if it was like charging at you and stuff, but also it's going to be so it has to rotate as well. It just doesn't flip. Okay, so the way this enemy works is, let's have a grid. We're going to make him a triangle. I used that for an example before recording, so we're going to do that. So in normal scenario, you could just shoot him right off the bat, but we don't want to shoot him right off the bat because we want to see what he does. Okay? You start off facing forward, I guess. Let's just keep it that way. And you're in the aim state, okay? So you have to toggle to the move state. We're going to toggle to the move state to see how this guy reacts. So we toggle to the move state. Whoops. We don't actually move. We toggle to the move state, and he decides that as we toggle to the move state, he's going to move forward because it happens at the exact same time. It's not like you take turn, enemy takes turn, etc. No, it happens in real time, sort of. That's the way the turn-based would work. And so now you can't shoot because you're in the movie. I think there's a goose that just bumped into the window. Because you're in the moving state, you can't aim, you can't shoot, you can't flip, nothing. So you are not going to be able to hit this guy. So you decide you're going to move over to the left. But as you move over to the left, the enemy decides that he is going to give a warning shot. Or not warning shot, but he's going to prepare to pounce on you, let's say. Okay? Let's just use that to represent an exclamation point. And let's say now we're going to toggle, whoops, of course. We're going to toggle our aim state, or toggle to aim by toggling off move. And as we do that, he pounces, so he moves all the way over here. And then we decide that as we want to rotate around here, I think I'm in the right order, so we rotate this way, and then he decides that he's going to rotate as well. Actually, no. My mistake. I completely forgot. Very, very important. Before he decides to rotate as well, he's upside down, so he has to flip himself over. So as he flips himself over, or what is it? Yeah, as he's flipping himself over, we rotate. And now he gets ready to turn, right? But we're ready to shoot him. So we shoot him. Bam, he's dead. Okay? Same scenario, but this is going to be the normal variant. So harder, but not hard, I guess. Oops. You stupid. Alright. So in this case, the added benefit is he's going to be able to cancel his attacks, and that's it, really. This is going to make a difference. So now we're going to just, do the same thing where we toggle move, he moves. I was about to move it. Then we move ourselves like before. And this is when he would have attacked as we moved, because he was seeing us here, and so he'd get ready in the get ready to pounce state. Now remember, when he pounces, he has to flip over. But because we're not here anymore, he decides that once we move up one more, that he's going to cancel. And I just thought of something. So now he's no longer going to pounce. And in this case, he would, probably, we toggle to aim, and then he would rotate, and then we would move over our cannon, and then he would get ready to pounce, and then we just shoot him. Bam. So this is kind of like as he's pouncing, but because we shoot faster than he pounces, we're technically hitting him. I don't know. In a sense, it's not going to be a dodgeable move where he just jumps up in the air and dodges our shot. There might be enemies that do that. I don't know. But in this case, it's just a little bounce, but you shoot first. Boom. Because you shoot faster. I don't know. Whatever. But I just came across something. So we're not going to hard mode yet. For the same scenario, I didn't even think about this. What if we could fake it out? So we could probably kill it faster, but not like this. So we decide that we're going to toggle to move like before. It moves. Then it's going to get ready to pounce as soon as we move over here. So we move over here, it gets in ready to pounce state. But it's also, it thinks we're not here anymore, right? Which means the next action it's going to do is cancel, since it doesn't see us. So it's guaranteed to cancel, which means you could just move back in there. I forgot to mention how the plan for the AI to work. So the way the AI works is that it detects where, if you're here and then you move over here, it thinks you're here and will react accordingly. There might be some AI that tries to predict where you're going, but in this case, the ones that don't do that. Okay, get that out of the way. Now back to here. So you move back here, and it's canceled its attack. Well, as it gets ready to prepare an attack, you shoot it. Bam. Okay. Yeah, it's silly. But hey, it's strategy, I guess. Okay, now the last example for hard. So, let me draw the thing first. So for hard, the new added effect is now it doesn't give the warning anymore. Because it doesn't give the warning anymore, it doesn't cancel, I think. You'll see. So you would want to evade it when it attacks, because it's still got to rotate and it still flips over. So technically it could be easier, but you could do the same thing with the other enemies. It's just now it's not going to give a warning shot, which makes it very open to an attack. So in this case, so if you have multiple of them, you're still going to be able to deal with them, but they're going to be a little bit more threatening. So now you, what is it? You toggle move, he moves. Now, because there's no warning, as soon as you move over, right, he's going to do a pounce. Bonk. Now he's upside down. You rotate, or you toggle move, or toggle, yeah, go to aim. He gets up. You rotate once. He turns. And then you shoot him before he can pounce on you, that kind of thing. So yeah. So as you can see, he's a lot faster when he doesn't have the warning. And he's a lot slower when he has the warning, and he's even slower when he can't cancel. And that's the idea for the enemy. As for flipping, like I was saying, is if, like, let's say there was an enemy that, I don't know, I haven't thought about this, but let's say there was an enemy that's over here. Actually, no, I did think about this from like the original one, where you go to shoot, and he just decides that he's just gonna teleport behind you. Well, in this case, you could just flip over, bonk, and then shoot him again. And let's say you only get teleport once. I don't know, but that's what the flipping is. Okay? This is Jex-the-NoteBook-Guy saying I'll see you guys later.